Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymax, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be of about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
Well, yeah, the old share screen didn't go up. That's awesome. How's everybody doing tonight for weird, crazy, wacky Wednesday? It's a quiet chat room. I can't hear you guys. Oh, wait a minute. What's up, everybody? How's it going?
All right, I'm in now.
How's California been, Jamie?
It's actually been pretty chill.
Yeah.
What about Florida?
Oh, it's always crazy here.
Something in that water, man.
Yep. Can't be from the heat because it hadn't been that warm lately. But today was actually nice. Today was like 70. But it's back down to like 50 right now. So
we're always flip-flopped.
And anything below 70 is damn cold for me. How's Florida? Florida's crazy. There's no doubt about it. I don't know. The whole spiel of today going on. I sent Jamie an article. The whole military and all over the place in DC and all that. They the military they booked the largest hotel in Jacksonville, Florida, like 30 miles away from me. They booked the entire hotel for the military, for the naval. I think it's naval. And not for the next few days, for the next 5 months. So I don't know what they're expecting to happen. But yeah, everybody that had reservations, there's lots of like athletes and musicians and stuff that had reservations there, and they booted them all because the military booked the entire hotel for the next 5 months. That's just not normal.
No, because you'd think that if they were going to do it for that long, that they would have started reserving it like a while ago, so they wouldn't have to like kick people out so quick.
Yeah, they didn't totally kick them. I mean, they kicked them out, but they found other places for them. They
Cool.
relocated them.
Yeah, they had to change their plans because all of a sudden
Yeah.
they needed the space.
You know, and I can see like these musicians and stuff now that, you know, they're talking about having concerts and stuff again, you know, in the next few months or whatever. And it's like, you know, all right, cool. We got our reservations in Jacksonville and blah, 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 blah. And it's like now all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, you can't stay here. We've had to relocate you.
Is it a nice hotel?
Yeah,
Or-
it's pretty nice. Yeah, it's the Hyatt, Regency Hyatt or something like that. It's a pretty nice hotel. Big.
Would there have been like an alternative to the nice hotel if they wanted to, or?
Yeah, there's other really nice hotels up there for sure. But this is definitely one of the bigger ones. I think it was 996 rooms they booked.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why did I think there was a lot less than that?
Yeah, it's a big hotel. But who knows? I don't know. I'm just going with the flow, you know.
That's all we can do.
Sun comes up the next morning. You know, just wake up and hope the world's not on fire.
Come over to Cali.
It could be on fire there.
I know.
I do like it out
Somewhere
there.
in the middle.
Yep. I definitely like it out there. But y'all got y'all share of crazy ass people too.
Yeah, different kind of crazy.
Yeah, completely.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Florida. We got your typical, you know, I'm in North Florida, so it's like redneck meth heads here.
I thought you'd be considered more like central.
No, I'm in North Florida. There's St. Augustine, then there's Jacksonville, and then there's basically Georgia.
Okay.
Go Fernandina if you want to include that, but yeah, I'm like an hour away from the Georgia state line, if not even really that far. About an hour.
Have you ghost hunted out there or investigated out in Georgia? There's ghost
yeah, I've gone to Savannah a few times and done that. It's pretty cool up there, Tybee Island. Yeah, there's crazies everywhere.
Is that where Cindy Sauer lived? I don't remember if she's in Georgia.
In Savannah?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Somebody I remember lived in Georgia. I heard that, Debbie. I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it would be something I'd be able to see or if it's like something that's streaming only on Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Add $4.99 per network.
Yeah.
A month to side stream on your cable bill.
Yeah. I ain't side streaming a damn thing.
Mm-mm. I knew I was old the other day when I actually took the time to bitch out Discovery Plus because I went just to look up the tiers because I'm like, oh, I wanted to see a couple things. I was like, well, maybe I can do the trial because I do that sometimes. I'll do a trial I'll wait to do the trial until there's something I want, watch it, and then cancel and just say, screw it, well, there goes that.
Yep.
So I figured I'd do that because I saw a 7-day trial. They start wanting your information first. As soon as they email, I'm like, nope, that's where they get you. Forget it.
Yep.
I just look up the price. I'm like, I can't. I'm not giving them my information just to go through all this stuff and find out that it's going to not be something I'm going to want anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the new, so Ghost Adventures, because, we talk about the Cecil Hotel a lot, the, Lisa Lamb.
Yeah.
And Zach went to, they went to investigate that. But of course, that is premiering on Discovery Plus. And Dead Files went to investigate at Daydreams and Nightmares out here in Modesto, Dana's, shop in her home.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for that because I kind of knew ahead of time that they were filming out there. And I find out that's streaming on Discovery Plus. I'm like, damn.
Yep. They knocked Parlor
Yeah, they
off.
took off Parlor, but I heard it's coming back.
Yeah, they're working on getting their own setup going and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, first Google took them out of their Play Store or whatever the hell it's called. And then Apple followed up by taking them off of their app store. And then Amazon followed up by taking them off their servers. And that's when I was like, you know what? Fuck you, Amazon. And I canceled all my shit. And I haven't ordered anything from Amazon, and I'm not gonna.
And either have I. I held back. I wanted a mouse the other day. It was through Amazon. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I just keep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like my keyboard, I was like, oh, I could order one and have it here. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather go down the street and pay an extra $20.
I'll just keep dealing with this shit. I'll go to my finger thing. I don't care. I'm not breaking. It's like, need to cut that supply and demand because they can't think people are just going to blindly go along with crap because they have to.
Yeah.
Get pushed into corners and be forced to do stuff.
Yeah. MeWe's still up. Yeah. Parlor's down indefinitely for a bit. They're trying to get their own system going, but it's going to take a while. They even said it's going to take a while because, Amazon, Google, GoDaddy, nobody wants to, let them be on their servers. And then even their partners that they were with and had, backup plans, they all bailed because, Amazon hosts the largest server network in the world. So they're threatening everybody else. Hey, if you work with these guys, we're going to dump you too.
And that's why things like Facial Book and
SpewTube.
I don't know, what's your thing for Amazon, whatever.
Yeah. Scamazon.
They can't monopolize and do this.
Yeah. So now my dilemma is I was using Amazon Music and I was paying freaking $10.99 a month for it. Well, I canceled it. It ran out. Yesterday was the last day. And yesterday was the last day. And I don't want Spotify.
That's I got in it.
And so now I'm wondering what music service do I use? I'm gonna have to go old school and just use an MP3 player again. Anybody know any good music streaming services?
No more. I don't. I have. Oh God, I've got the iTunes issue. I have my cloud with 5,000 torrent songs I had gotten 10 years ago. I've got my whole collection on the server, my server, and I can't get to most of it because iTunes has now does their stuff to, I can't get my pictures off my, what they do.
Yeah.
So trying to get my stuff out of the library and onto my iPod because I've got a brand new still. Well, it was brand new 3 years ago, but it's still sitting here. No, 4 years ago. 64 gig iPod that I have just to put music on. But what I might get stuck with, having to stream my freaking YouTube playlists.
Yeah.
And I don't want to depend on them to hold my music anymore either because that's the thing. As soon as CDs were gone, and it was amazing. You don't need the CD changer anymore. If you guys know what a CD changer is, if you know what a CD is.
Yeah.
When we went digital, it was amazing. It's oh my gosh, and my play I could do but it's all virtual, just like BitCurrent. I don't like untangible things that can just disappear.
Yeah.
Can't get attached to it. I used to have, I look like a warehouse, if y'all know what that is, a warehouse records in my room. I had all these cassette tape holders all over the walls, the wood, I had all my libraries everywhere.
Yeah.
And I kept like one big binder of CDs. All my cassettes I sold on eBay a while back, but when I met Jeff, he had screwed up my iTunes library. Like I watched him literally delete half of it in front of my face. I'm like, don't push the thing. He pushed it, and there went my library.
Dope.
And ever since then, I've had this like underlining hate for digital music.
Yeah. Yeah, John, I was checking out Napster today, and Napster is now Rhapsody. So I was thinking about doing that. Yeah. Napster back in the day, man, they caused a shitstorm, didn't they?
Yeah. Sorry, when you brought up the name, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Napster is now supposedly Rhapsody. Yeah, I've got some old I thought I had one sitting here, some old iPods, you know, with a crap load of songs on them. It's convenient, you know, to just plug it in, and you know, I don't ever listen to the radio. And yeah, like everybody's talking about cable shows and this and that. I quit watching cable because they pissed me off. Because everything you want to watch, you watch like 1 or 2 episodes, and then they get moved, and they're like, you know, $2.99 or $3 or $4.99 an episode, or $10 a month, and my cable bill's way too expensive already. And I basically have internet and like the basic of cable that you can get.
Damn.
And they keep creeping up the price. I think cable companies are going to be weeded out pretty soon.
Yeah, I knew something was up like 2 months ago, and like we used to have like Xfinity, and over here it's AT&T. It's definitely not Xfinity, but I noticed I couldn't no longer find shows on demand anymore. When you went to demand, it would give you the following upcoming, which is the same as a search. You know, like why am I looking on demand then for the same thing if I'm just going to search for an upcoming show?
Yeah.
There was no more demand. I kept saying, okay, something's up because they're not giving us back shows anymore. And then, and what's the other one? Peacock, right? A lot of other things were like mentioning, you know, advertising Peacock and everything. And then I just kept hearing about this Discovery Plus. I'm like, oh, that's the way everything's going.
Yeah.
And then I read the comments because, like, of course, when you look it up, that's what I was getting to earlier. I scroll like 3 down on my timeline, and then there's the ad for Discovery Plus, you know, right in the Facebook timeline because they're connected to your Google browser.
Yeah.
The second you look anything up, there it is in your, you know, everything.
Yeah.
And I looked at the comments, what other people had to say, and the only positive things were things that, you know, the company wrote back on a couple things, and everything else, everybody said the same. They're like, screw this.
Yeah.
Unless they're just the only people that cared to bitch.
Yeah, I got a jailbroken Fire Stick as well, John.
Oh,
what's the name of that damn thing?
Fire Stick?
Cody. I got Cody on there, and I watch movies and stuff with that. Of course, through my VPN. But even the Cody is like, it keeps like, I don't know, it needs to be updated or something because it's just got to where it's so laggy. It takes forever to watch a movie, and then it pisses me off because I get in the movie and it'll like
start buffering every like 8 seconds.
Yeah, it'll buffer, and I'm like, I just freak out
because you try to sit through it and you're like, okay. Then it's like, God
chill.
Damn it, it took me 30 minutes just to find this.
Yep. Yeah, maybe I need to update my Cody or something.
I don't know, because I stopped using that like a few years ago because, like, you know, Jeff would keep using it. He would just keep, you know, updating, doing crap to it. It was such a pain. It wasn't worth it to me.
Yeah.
To have to like everything else. Like when we try to play a game, We can't even play a game without 30 minutes of tech work ahead of time.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that to watch a show. It's like this shit's not enjoyable anymore.
Yeah.
And if something's like pissing me off this bad, I just don't want to do it. Like this was all supposed to make our life more convenient, and I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that was with Amazon. I got lazy and it's super convenient because I could order something and like sometimes it'd be here the next day. It was insane. And normally it'd be here in like two to 3 days, and it was just easy, And I would rather support local businesses, but like the stuff I would order for my boat when I was working on it, I'd find it on Amazon and it'd be like whatever $50, and I go to the local marina here and it was like $100, and I'm like, it was $10 more. Yeah, but double the price. Come on, man. Come on, man. Is that the new saying?
No.
And no, it's not.
No.
And but hey, whatever is what it is. I ain't ordering shit from them anymore because that's the only way. If they're gonna start censoring everybody's free speech, screw them.
Cut them off at the head, take away the demand for it, and then what?
Yep.
So we have to
It's
show
what it
some
is,
restraint, everybody. Some self-restraint right now.
Not agreeing is fine, but when you just cut somebody's vocal cords out, hey, fuck you. That's my thoughts on it, to be quite blunt.
Mm-hmm. And they'll show very nice and closed captioning facial book.
Exactly. Yeah, I haven't posted on Facebook since November 13th, I think. I still have it because I use Marketplace, and I have this page on there and my band pages. But other than that, they can shove it where the sun don't shine. As soon as I figure out how to get off of there, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cable companies are just like everybody's saying, you start watching a show and then it gets moved and they want you to pay per episode. No, man, your freaking cable bill ends up being like $300 a month. That's ridiculous. I have an antenna. I still have basic cable because I tried to cut the cable completely and just have internet and being,
That's what Jason did, right?
Well,
he uses a Fire Stick too, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, here I could do that, but then just my internet bill would be more than having internet and basic cable. It's like, well, if you get the package deal, it'll be blah, blah, blah. But if you just want internet, it's going to be more. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's just you guys' stupid ass rule. That's just your monopoly. There's no technical reason for that. That's just because you do it because you can get away with it.
That's what it is. Because they can get away with it. Oh yeah, I didn't want to. I wasn't gonna pay for YouTube TV. That was like one of those other things. I was like, Every time I log in, they go, "Are you sure you don't want to try? Like, was it YouTube Red and all this?" Like, nope. I will take advantage of your platform and deal with the ads and crap until I want to get off of it.
Yeah. We had YouTube Red for a bit, and we pretty much just got rid of everything.
And I luckily like Twitter, I started winning myself off of that like 6 months ago. Before even all this anyway, I kind of stopped and kind of started phasing that one out, but I kept my account open, so I could reference things and still look at my timeline and stuff. I just wasn't posting on it anymore.
Yeah.
And then after all this, I I still have my account up to double check some stuff, but I'm going to be pulling that down soon.
Yeah, I've heard of Bright House. They have that, like down where Debbie lives. They have Bright House, but they don't offer that here. Where I'm at, it's Comcast or AT&T.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm
like a
only
cable company?
Yeah, and I'm only like barely an hour away from where Debbie lives, but yeah, we don't have Bright House available here. I was just talking to her about that the other day. I was like, "Hey, what cable company do you have?" I think it's a different one, actually, now that I think of it. But I know Bright House is down there too. Spectrum, there you go. Yep, no Bright House here. Yeah, the cable company, it's a monopoly. Just like everything in the world these days. They binge over the barrel.
Bench over the barrel.
Yep.
That's good.
Well, you know, I normally have weird news stories. Tonight, it's all like Florida man at fast food restaurants. And two of them happen to be here in St. Augustine. The first one coming up. Let me make sure I get the right one here. Yep, here's the first one.
I know, we don't even get dinner first or smoke after, do we?
Yeah, really.
What
is up with the damn share screen?
They're getting back at you for the SpewTube.
Yep. SpewTube and facial book. Hey, okay, it worked. Cool.
She's on to us.
Taco madness. A man was arrested after a Taco Bell employee in St. Augustine was beaten up following a dispute at the drive-through window, according to the report from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. Taurus Latron Ford was arrested at Taco Bell on US 1 South Saturday morning. According to the Sheriff's Office, Ford got in an argument with an employee who was working at the drive-through. He then got out of his car, approached the drive-through window, and attempted to hit the drive-through employee. And the employee reacted by slapping Ford in the face. It's like, damn, Taco Bell, go. Fight back. Ford, the sheriff's office said, then kicked in the door of the restaurant, shattering the door. He entered the restaurant and began punching the employee in his ribs. Ford, 37, was charged with battery, burglary, and criminal mischief.
Did he jump over the counter? And was the door locked, or he just decided to kick it open?
Yeah, they lock it at night, but I guess apparently he kicked it in, shattered it and ran in there and started wailing on. I mean, that man.
That's some thick glass on those doors.
Yeah. Now some pissed offness, about tacos. I mean, how,
What, they were out of the super hot sauce?
Maybe they were out of fire sauce or something. And,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, there's people killing each other over this damn Popeye's chicken sandwiches. So, Taco Bell, maybe it's the next in line for rowdiness. I got another Taco Bell story coming up. Yep. Taco Bell.
I can't really say anything though, because there's been a few times I've stuck the bun in the window. I said no mayonnaise.
Yeah, I've had a freak out. I had a major freak out at Burger King one time, and hamburger stuck to the glass and strawberry milkshake all over the window. And yep, I had a meltdown. I admit it. I own it.
I was about to say, I can't think of one time. I was like, oh no, I can think of sometimes.
Yeah.
I take that back.
Well, that was the Taco Bell on US 1. And I guess the Taco Bell on 16 had to get in on the action too. These people,
no.
they found an entire box cutter in their Taco Bell order. A St. Augustine woman, and it's just funny, they're right here in town. A St. Augustine woman said she ordered a Fiesta taco salad from Taco Bell on State Road 16 Friday night, and she ended up with a little more than that. Ashley McNamara says her coworker went to the restaurant on her break sometime between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. When she got back and opened up the box, there was a box cutter inside her taco salad. She called them right on the spot and told them what was inside the box, and they said, "Oh, wow, sorry, must have fell in the box." McNamara says the district manager reached out to her after seeing what she posted on the Rant and Rave, which is a St. Augustine review group, and apologized to her and offered her a gift card.
A gift card. Yeah, a gift card.
Well, tacos and a box cutter.
I don't think a gift card is going to really, calm me down, though, if somebody put a damn box cutter in my food.
Yeah.
No. Get fired for less.
Exactly. No, I didn't kick anybody's ass at Burger King, but, I was really, this was a long time ago, and I had a really, really big job that I was doing, and I was stressed out and smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and ran up there with one of my friends, ran through Burger King to get lunch, and I'm like, shit, this little dude's working. He always screws up the order. And I don't know, I ordered a Whopper or something, and fries and a milkshake, and I said no onions. Have it your way. Yeah, whatever. I got my damn hamburger, and no onions meant there was a half a pound, at least a half a pound of onions on my hamburger. And this was it was just one of those boiling point switches. The pressure switch popped, and I just lost my freaking mind, yelling and screaming at the guy, and he shut the window in my face, and I jammed the hamburger on the window and rubbed it all in, and then I threw the milkshake all over the big plate glass window. When it hit, I was like, holy shit, I thought I broke the window, because it went boom.
How frozen was the milkshake?
Huh?
How frozen was the milkshake?
Well, it just came out. It was nice and thick, but yeah, I threw it really hard.
I guess, because that's another double pane glass window there.
Yeah, I just had a complete freak out.
Yeeted it through the window.
My friend that was with me, she was working for me at the time. She was just in the car, just heard.
Didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, you couldn't have got a pin up her ass, man. She was like, "Oh my god, let me out of the car." He's freaking out.
You go to pull out of the drive-thru, and you look, and the seat's empty.
Yeah. Needless to say, I didn't go back to Burger King for quite a while.
So 2 Taco Bells got hit.
Yeah, it was funny because that same girl, we went to McDonald's, and it was not too long after that, and we went in, and we were sitting in there because it was summertime and it's air conditioned in there, and I ordered a number 3 or whatever, the quarter pounder meal, and got our food, and we went to a table, and I sat down, and I opened the box, and I'm looking at the hamburger, and there was no fucking meat on the hamburger. It was just buns and cheese and, whatever they put on a quarter pounder. There was no hamburger in the friggin' hamburger. And I just started laughing, Normally I would have lost my mind. I just started laughing. And the manager happened to be walking by, and she was like, "Is there a problem?" I moved the hamburger over to her. I said, "I don't know. You tell me. The last time I checked, this wasn't how a fucking hamburger was supposed to be made." I know I should probably be on a diet, but damn.
Then you give like the, no bun, not the no meat.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. There was complete. I'm like, you got one job, man. You got one job, burger flipper. One job. And you just had epic failure. Yeah, falling down. Exactly. Look at the picture. Look at this. This isn't a happy burger. I don't feel happy when I look at this. Yeah.
My mom brought one home from Carl's Jr. one day, and she opened it. There was one bite, a perfect bite taken out of it, and you could see the lipstick mark, right? One bite, and then they wrapped it with the lipstick.
Oh, man.
She went down there and matched the bun to the employee's freaking lipstick.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Zach, there's a Chick-fil-A here, and I've been there. I personally don't really like their food that much. Like I'd be out when Sam used to live here, I'd be out somewhere and she was like, "Hey, can you swing by and grab me something to eat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And I'm like, No. And she'd be like, "Chick-fil-A." Because there's always, if I'm going to open up a fast food restaurant, it's going to be a freaking Chick-fil-A. Because there is always a line at Chick-fil-A here. The place is packed from the time they open till the time they close the door.
Damn, I've never been to one.
I don't know what it is. And now out here off 16, they're building a huge, like a Chick-fil-A superstore.
What?
It's huge. It's the biggest freaking Chick-fil-A I've ever seen. They just got signs and stuff up today.
So it's like big for like seating to hold like a bunch of people?
Yeah. And the parking lot and the drive-through is huge. The regular Chick-fil-A here has like 2 or 3 lanes. But yeah, this new one is huge. Yeah, Whataburger, they've always been good. We don't have one here, but anytime I go to Jacksonville or whatever, I don't go to any fast food places anymore. But every once in a while, like when I went up to Jacksonville to get a sheet of marine plywood, and there was a Whataburger there, and I pulled in and got a Whataburger, and it was good, and they didn't screw the order up. Steak and Shake here. My mom, I would get her food at Steak and Shake every once in a while, and I don't know what the hell they do. Like Steak and Shake is right literally next to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A will have like 100 people in the drive-through line, and Steak and Shake will have like 3. And I'll pull over to Steak and Shake, and I look at the line at Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, well, there's car number 50, and they just got through, and I still have 2 cars in front of me. There was only 3 to begin with. It's like, what the hell are they doing in there? Playing Yahtzee? Yeah. Yeah. I'm Michael Douglas these days from that movie. Just trying to get to my daughter's birthday party. Chick-fil-A.
Well,
have a blessed day.
Are you going to just do all the Florida mans at once or what?
Well, I can do another one if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of fast food, this isn't Taco Bell or Chick-fil-A. This one's Wendy's. And this might be another reason why I don't go to fast food places anymore. Because you see this guy, Florida man takes a bath in the Wendy's kitchen sink.
No. Someone else has done that before somewhere.
Wendy's bath time in Milton, Florida. This wasn't in St. Augustine. But we do have a Subway here that got robbed, and the guy got his head blown off in there. And it was quite a messy place. And that place is still open. I haven't been in there since then, though. But anyways, in Milton, Florida, a woman posted a video on Facebook. Of course, why not? If you're going to do something, that's going to get you arrested, why not post it on Facebook? Your friend's like, damn, thanks a lot, man. A woman posted a video on Facebook of what appears to be a Wendy's employee taking a bath in the sink. The young man is shirtless and barefoot in the kitchen before climbing into the sink full of soapy suds. Go, go, go. Oh, shit, a person says in the background, encouraging the behavior. Take a bath, get in there. The person who posted the video says it happened at the Wendy's in Milton, Florida. How's it feel? Someone asked the young man in the video. It's warm, he replies, and several people in the Wendy's uniforms stand by and record it on their cell phones. Wash your armpits. Oh, yeah. You can hear people saying in the video as he's grinning the whole time. The person behind the camera then says, let's see them toes. Let's see them toes. The camera momentarily flips to the selfie mode to show the face of the other person who appears to be in a Wendy's uniform. So it's like the whole crew was in on it.
Wow. And then she put everybody on blast.
Yeah. And then like, let's post this. This is what we did at work today. Let's post it on Facebook. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah, when you're going to commit a crime, any social media, throw it out there.
It's like, I did a lot of screwed up shit when I was a kid, but I never would granted there wasn't cameras. There was just black and white TV when I was a kid. But, even if there was cameras, I wouldn't be taking pictures of myself doing it and posting it for the world to see. That's just stupid.
Yeah, not having cameras is probably why I'm not in jail still right now.
Yeah, me too, probably.
Definitely we would be locked up if we had, all this stuff that we have now.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A doesn't hire gay or Wiccans or anything that goes against their religion. Hey, whatever. It's their right to do whatever they want. They're like, we don't care. We sell a shitload of chicken. I'm serious.
Yeah, you have a line around the corner.
Yeah, out of all the fast food chains in my town right here, guaranteed, without a doubt, Chick-fil-A's got a line. If they were open right now at midnight, there'd be a line. But they're not. Yeah, floater in the sink. That'd have been tasty.
I'm just glad that they didn't do anything with the water after. I was so getting ready to say that they did something with the water after.
Yeah. You want a sweet tea? It's on the house. Why is
the house was in the tea.
Yeah. Why is there toenail trimmings in my tea?
They're pulling a hair out of their teeth.
So which one are you going to do first? I got one more, but maybe I'll save that one. It's another Florida man story.
Well, why don't you just finish the
Florida man up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm breaking from the trend. This one isn't fast food. This one is mostly naked man. Says he was too drunk. Oh, come on, computer. Why are you fighting me? To know why he used a hatchet to try to break into a house with the people that were in it. Let's see. Where's this at? Oh, great.
You seriously are a different kind of crazy, but I would almost say all of yours sounds like Modesto to me.
Yeah.
That's Modesto gets that kind of crazy.
Well, I lost the article on this. I had the guy's name and everything. Damn it. I read it though, so I'll just run you through the quick step of it. This guy basically these people, I had two of them actually. The other guy tried to break in a home. It was a Florida man too. He tried to break in a home. He apparently got off a boat because there's a marina right next to the house. And he got off the boat and ran through the woods to this neighbor's house, and he was naked. Why is it Florida men are always naked? I don't know. But he was beating on the door. He's beating on the door, beating on the windows and telling him to let him in because the demons were chasing him. And it said that the wife was like, you know, she sat up and heard all the beating on the door, and the husband got his gun, and the wife called 911, and the guy was asking him who it was, and he was like, please let me in, please let me in. The demons are chasing me. You don't understand. They're going to kill me. And then he was like beating on the door and the windows and stuff. And so then he tried to crawl in the house through the doggy door. And he actually got his head and one of his arms through the doggy door and then kind of got stuck. And the guy was pretty much beating his ass what was coming through the doggy door. And that's when the cops showed up and pulled him out of the doggy door. But this guy, mostly naked Florida man, says he was too drunk to know why he used a hatchet to try to break in. Same kind of thing. Pretty much naked dude started beating on the door, and for some reason he was naked, but he had a hatchet, so he started hacking at the door. Like, here's Johnny. What do you do in that situation? I know what I would do. As soon as his head came through and he said here's, he wouldn't make it to Johnny because I'd have blown his freaking head off.
Did he walk? Okay, like now I'm wondering, like, okay, so how do you get there? Nobody thought it was strange that a naked guy's walking around with a hatchet. Like, how did he strip down in the yard, or was?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I don't know.
Nobody noticed a naked dude in a hatchet. Like, where did he hide the hatchet? He was walking with it, I
guess. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have it in his pocket apparently. Although it says he was mostly naked, it didn't say exactly what he was wearing.
Maybe he had a little tool belt on.
A tool belt, yeah, or a beanie.
Socks. It was socks.
He had one sock. Had the hatchet stuffed in his sock.
No, he's still carrying the hatchet, but he still probably had it on a sock.
You know, I did a lot of crazy shit when I was a youngster, but nothing remotely like people are crazy today.
Yeah, plus I think drugs kind of helps the crazy get a little crazy. I mean, not saying these people are all on drugs, but
yeah. Oh, yeah, I would
drugs
definitely
might play into some of it.
I would definitely assume there was drugs and alcohol involved.
And if I was in my kitchen and seen that head pop through my doggy door, I would immediately just drop kick the head, just boom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where's the dog? Why didn't the dog come to the door?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, with the crazy world the way it is, you know, I've been like evaluating my windows and doors and stuff, you know, just in case people go crazy or there's like a zombie apocalypse or anything, you know, and I'm like, that door is pretty shady.
Definitely time to get a chain lock at least, right?
Yeah. Well, I got these locks on the door, but I gotta, I need to replace some of the screws in the door with like some big ass screws that'll, you know, I mean, if somebody's gonna want to come in, they're gonna come in, but at least it'll give me enough time to grab the boomstick.
Yeah, so click, click, boom. All right, well, dinosaur fossil from Argentina could belong to the largest terrestrial animal known to science. So what I gave you was a computer-generated 3D illustration of what they think it would look like.
Holy hell's beans, that thing's huge. That's what she said.
Would you say that's what she said?
Yeah.
Fossilized bone fragments found in a province in northwest Patagonia could belong to a new species of a titanosaur, a sauropod family of dinosaurs, including some of the largest terrestrial animals that ever walk on Earth. Titanosaurian. How do you say it? Titanosaurian? Sauropods were the most diverse and abundant large-bodied herbivores in the South Hemisphere. They are just giving me one with these words right now. Southern Hemisphere landmasses during a geological period that lasted from about 145 to 66 million years ago. Their fossils have been discovered on all continents, and that species comprise approximately 1/3 of known sauropods. Some taxa are regarded as the most massive animals known to science, whereas others were apparently no heavier than modern cattle. The recovered remains are not a complete skeleton and consist mainly of pelvic bones and vertebrae, and could belong to a previously unknown species. There are some similarities to fossils belonging to another type of that dinosaur, which existed in South America. They grew to be 18 meters long. Based on the size of the new remains, the authors suggest that this species was far larger, easily exceeding Ankylosaurus in size. I need Jason's kid probably to tell me these words.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
even bigger than the largest known Titano.
Yeah, imagine
We've got our nice little we got like the Komodo dragons and
yeah. There's a place right down the road here that they have emus and ostriches and a couple of buffalo and all kind of stuff. And
is that where you got that EVP?
yeah. And I'm always looking at those ostriches and I'm thinking, thank God those things don't fly. Imagine that. It'd be like a damn pterodactyl flying around. You just snatch your ass up. If ostriches could fly, man.
That would be crazy.
That would be kind of crazy. But yeah, imagine just walking around and, driving down the road and look over in a field and you see this thing, 60 feet tall coming at you.
God.
Poor cavemen.
How many, okay, so like a building, like if that neck was up, like how many stories of a building would that be?
A bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, dinosaur bones would be cool. I have some woolly mammoth teeth.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Actually, I have one. I had two, and I traded one for one of my singing bowls back here.
You have a megalodon tooth too, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got that from, I used to have a huge one, and somebody lifted it. Somebody borrowed it and never returned it.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't you find one or someone gave you one?
Yeah. I found a few that were, they're probably 2 inches or so. The one that I have now is like 3.5, maybe 4 inches. And the one I used to have, it was huge. It was a little over 5 inches or so.
That's pretty big.
60 feet would be 6 stories. That's one big ass animal.
Is that how big it was? Okay. Hey, Ulrich. So, speaking of weird stuff people have found, there's a pig painting that may be the world's oldest cave art yet. Archaeologists say. I can't talk tonight. And I didn't pre-read any of these. In a hidden valley on an Indonesian island, there's a cave decorated with what may be the oldest figurative art ever glimpsed by modern eyes. The vivid drawing of a wild pig outlined and filled in with mulberry-hued pigment dates back to at least 45,000. 45,500 years. 45,500 years. That's crazy old. According to a study published on Wednesday in Science Advances, it was discovered deep inside a cave in December 2017 during a survey led by a graduate student. And the animal in the painting resembles the warty pig, a species still living today on the island. So this, reminds me of like the petrographs and things that we have out here, like the mountain sheep and things. And when they would travel from one place to another and migrate along the way, they would carve the different animals and things on the rock and the cave walls so that when people, came along after them, they would know what was coming up ahead.
Yeah, that's a trip. And
so they just like consider, they just keep on talking about like their challenge getting down to it and everything. After discovering the pig painting, the team used uranium series dating to determine its minimum age, arriving at 45,500 years. But it is possible that the painting itself might be thousands of years older because the technique only assesses the age of a mineral deposit that formed on the cave walls. Human skeletal remains as old as 45,500 years have never been found out there, so it's not clear that the artists were anatomically modern humans. What does that mean?
Cavemen's hunting pigs, drawing pictures on the walls.
Oh, is that what they mean by modern humans?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, it trips me out when you see cave paintings. I totally understand animals, and fish and, lizards and whatever. But it really starts getting weird when you see the cave paintings of like spaceships and shit. It's like, did these guys just like eat some weird berries and have some kind of, hallucination, or were they really seeing what they were painting?
But you have to actually chisel, and some of these people are like chiseling this stuff into rock. And why would you go through all? I always think like, why would people go through all that work and labor just to screw with like what the future? Like why?
Yeah. Cavemen had a huge sense of humor. Let's screw with the people, 30,000 years from now.
Yeah. And we're just gonna make up this weird creature that they're gonna talk about forever.
Yeah. Nah, like you say, I mean, it took a lot of work for some of those etchings, carvings, whatever, and yeah, when you see something that took probably weeks or months or whatever to do, and it's of a weird looking creature wearing goggles inside a spaceship. That's a hell of an imagination for a caveman.
Right? Like, what would they have to reference that?
Yeah. Yeah, Ulrich says shark teeth found on mountain shows Earth has moved around and its landmass is a lot. Yep. It's like here in Florida. I don't think, from everything I've heard and read, you're not going to find dinosaur bones here because Florida was underwater back in those times. I don't know. Anything's possible, I guess. But yeah, like you can go to the beach here, certain beaches, and just walk. And like some people, I used to be really good at it. Now I'm old, and my eyes suck, so it's a lot harder for me to find them. But I mean, I can still go out and easily find a handful of shark's teeth on the beach. But they're usually, the biggest ones are like 3/4 of an inch or maybe an inch. Most of them are like 1/4 inch. But occasionally you find a big one on the beach here. But if you go inland, like over to Gainesville and that area, which is like 80 miles inland, you find megalodon teeth like 3, 4, 5 inches. And it's like a normal thing to find them. And you can go inland and walk on dirt roads that have been like, I forget what it's called, you know, when they bring in like the limestone and stuff and put on the roads. You can just walk down the roads, dirt roads in the middle of the woods and find shark's teeth.
Oh yeah, because they dump all that out there, huh?
That, and yeah, I mean, it comes from the mines over that way, from the local
Wow.
mines. And same here. I was I used to pick up one of my friends and take her to work every morning, and right down the road from her house, I got there early one morning, and where the power lines run, I just like pulled off the road and drove down there because I'm always looking for like shark's teeth and stuff. And I figured, well, I'll go down here and, you know, just see. I didn't even get out of the car, and I didn't find shark's teeth, but I found these like fossilized clams. They were like everywhere. I didn't even get out of the car. I just rode looking out the window. Oh, there's one. Open the door, pick it up. Oh, there's one. Open the door, pick it up. So it's
Out here, I
weird.
can find crystals like that sometimes. Up in Gold Country and stuff, where they do the same thing. They go get the tailings and things from like the open, you know, like the mines and different mines out here, and they
Yeah.
just go dump the gravel out on the roads, and so you can just walk out there and, you know, kick the rocks around. And some parking lots, like my ex-husband and I used to go crystal hunting and stuff, all sorts of places. And
Yeah.
there was a place that we got out in the parking lot, and I was finding crystals like in the parking lot before we actually got into actually digging.
Yeah. It's just, I've got several books on like fossil hunting and this and that. And a lot of stuff can be found like inland Florida, which just proves that way back in the day, you know, Florida was underwater.
We've got some of that slate out here. I can't remember which part of California, but the slate rock. If you take like a screwdriver and a hammer, crack it in half, they've got the clam fossils and stuff inside. You could do a lot of really cool stuff. You open it, you get like both sides of the fossils.
Yeah.
We have that around a lot of our, you know, beaches, the higher parts of the, where the erosion go, you know. Well, this is another one that's like long, and I did not have time to pre-read it, but it just caught my eye because I post on it when it comes around each year. The corpse flowers, and I guess the famously smelly plant is now threatened. So a new collaborative program wants to save it. I don't want to go read the entire thing where they go through how they're saving it and everything. But the alien-like blooms and putrid stench of the corpse flower draw big crowds and media coverage to I cannot talk tonight.
You got all the hard words.
To the gardens each year, and they do that down here in Half Moon Bay and things. They have like the big flower shows and stuff.
Botanical gardens.
Yeah,
there you go.
I knew you knew what I meant.
Yeah.
In 2015, for instance, around 75,000 people visited the Chicago one to see one of their corpse flowers bloom. More than 300,000 people viewed it online. But despite the corpse flower's fame, its future is uncertain. The roughly 500 specimens that were living in the gardens and some university and private collections as of 2019 are deeply related. A lack of genetic diversity that can make them more vulnerable to a host of problems such as disease or changing climate. So they're not doing any better in their native home of Sumatra. And so basically they're trying to pump life back into these plants, and they're going through this huge process. I mean, they're going through a lot to try to keep these going. I've always been kind of fascinated by these weird different plants because I think, you know, nature has like a sense of humor. Like what we do, we had the penis fly traps. the corpse flowers, and what are the those fingers? It looks like it's a cactus, I think. It looks like a zombie hand.
Yeah.
And that's like a once a year thing. So I've always been kind of like fascinated by this type of weird stuff. I've never, been lucky enough to get to, I guess, stand around and watch one bloom, but I have watched it online, when they
Yeah.
get ready for it to go. So hopefully they're able to revive this plant.
My sister gave me a cactus that's, it's not big like this. I forget what the name of it is, but it's the same type of thing. It has this big bloom, and yeah, we were just sitting out on the porch, and Sam and me were sitting on the front porch one day, and I heard this, this pop noise, and I looked down, and the thing popped open, and it's this big, cool flower, and then the smell hit. It attracted a lot of flies, but unfortunately, the cold weather killed it.
Oh, why did it smell though?
It was just it's one of those cactuses. I forget the name of it. But yeah, it's kind of like the corpse flower. It reeks, it stinks. Really pretty. I got some cool pictures of it. But yeah, it stinks. It smells like some old funky roadkill.
Nature is crazy the way it can like trick, like it knows, the way things trick stuff.
Yeah.
Smell like a dead body or a dead animal or something to attract its food.
Yep.
Like we're going to make this flower literally smell like, a dead carcass so
Yep.
it can eat.
Yeah, it's crazy how nature, like, I brought home a fish that I cleaned. It was like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I went and chucked the fish carcass out in the back of my property. And it was like midnight, when I went out there and threw it out there. First thing the next morning, I go out there and there's this big, huge, like buzzard just out there, just, having a field day on
town.
Yep. My dog, a little 10-pound dachshund, she went charging at it and then realized how big it was when it like spread its wings out. She did a U-turn and came back and sat and looked at it like, yeah, I'm not messing with that.
Yeah, that's a big tweet.
Yeah. Yeah, that plant does look like it could, something out of that. What was that show?
Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah.
Seymour. Feed me, Seymour.
Yep. There you go.
Well, all I had left was the fact that it's Palindrome Day. And I did not send myself the little meme I sent you. Okay, so today is the start of a rare 10-day palindrome, a portal to restore and clear karma and shift higher. So January brings us a rare 10-day sequence of palindrome days. And that's, the date reads the same forward and backward. So the first day is both a 5-digit and 7-digit palindrome day. And when this is the beginning of Aquarius season, and the other days are 5-digit palindromes. And so people who believe in this stuff say that karma is being restored and cleared. It's good for new beginnings, motivation, and luck to achieve our goals and success, blessings, manifestation power, and we are being encouraged to move forward to reach future successes and shift to a higher frequency. And we're also entering the new age of Aquarius. So Aquarius is going to be running a lot of 2021. So the stars say we're getting lined up for some good changes, and that's kind of one of the things I'm hanging on to for hope and faith right now, that it's in the stars and that everything is going to be okay.
Yeah, that would be good.
But our karma's been being restored going back to like October, I think, when I can't remember which retrograde planet went into shadow stage, and then all of our karma was supposed to be reset and clear. So that's like a big trend right now. So if you believe that karma has been holding you back or anything, try to shift your changing right now, thinking that, okay, the odds are working in our favor right now, and you're not completely unlucky, that there's the universe working to help you manifest your full potential.
Yeah. Full potential would be good.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be
Yeah.
or what that'd be like, but as long as I don't keep getting screwed on the way, that's all I can ask for.
Yeah.
Just, you don't have to give me anything, just don't knock me back any steps. That's all I'm asking. Just let me keep trying to at least make some steps forward. I don't need nothing special. Take your foot off my head as I'm trying to tread water.
Yeah.
I'll be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like you were asking me about the other day. It was one of those days where, it was like after, like everything you touch turns to shit. And it's like after a while, you're like, God, why did I even get out of bed today? It would have been better if I just took a sleeping pill and stayed in bed the whole day and just missed this whole day.
But then it's like, how do you know that this is the day I should have just stayed in bed?
I know.
Until you start getting into the shit.
Yeah, until you're right in the middle of it. Yep. It was one of those days where just nothing, one step forward, 10 steps back. And I'm usually good at like getting stuff done, doing stuff. And yeah, it wasn't good.
A lot of setbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, that my planer that I got, and totally rebuilt.
I was just gonna say, but you've been making no.
Yeah.
No.
It's completely destroyed now.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the end of the day. That was like the final kick in the nuts for me. Yep. That was the final kick right in the nuts that leveled me that day. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
I don't want it. How?
I don't know. Other than the only thing I can think is there where the blades go in this thing. I put brand new blades in there and completely rebuilt the whole thing, completely refinished it, new power cord, new everything. And apparently when I put the blades in there, the only thing I can think is it's my fault. Maybe I didn't have them tightened all the way. One of them slipped. And when that happens to a power tool that's spinning like 6,000 RPMs, usually the results aren't good.
That was the beginning of me saying, your karma's restored, Rob. See?
Yeah. Yeah. It's behind the curtain back there in pieces. It was a very not good day.
Did you cover it with like a towel or something?
No.
You don't have to look at it.
I just put it on
put like a towel over it.
Yeah, I brought it home and I'm like, I can rebuild it. I can rebuild it. And then I got it home and I'm like, oh, it's fucked. It's done for. Motor still runs. I got parts, but yep, it was a short-lived fantasy. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not meant to have this tool. My last one got stolen. It took me 15 years to find another one. Rebuilt that one, and it lasted all of about 5 minutes. Not even that long. It was awesome. Hey, kick me down. What do? I just get back up.
That's all you can do.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, my nephew was actually holding it when it blew up. So, the first thing was I made sure he was okay because the blade pretty much shattered into like, I don't know how many pieces. And we were all in a room, like a 10 by 15 or 8 by 15 room.
Shrapnel everywhere. Nobody's wearing
Yeah.
like nothing on their eyes.
Yeah,
You think
nobody
like,
had
why,
eye
right?
protection,
Why do
no
I need safety
nothing.
glasses for this?
Yeah. And yeah, it was pretty catastrophic. And all three of us at the same time were like, what the just happened? Happened so fast. Nobody was videoing it. At least it would have been cool to watch it back in slow motion and see exactly what happened. But she done. Yeah, we're lucky nobody got hurt. So that's the good side. There's always a good side to every story. No matter how bad it sucks, there's always a good side to it. At least, I'm not wearing a patch on my eye or like missing a hand or something.
Yeah, and I read something today like about picking your heart, and it's just like a quick little like meme, but I kind of like the message that this one gives because sometimes we feel like how we feel, and of course my internet is crapped out on me just as I was about to do that. So, when you think about things, they're telling you to choose your hard. Marriage is hard and divorce is hard. So pick your hard. Obesity is hard and being fit is hard. Choose your hard. Being in debt is hard. Being financially disciplined is hard. Choose your hard. Communication is hard. Not communicating is hard. Choose your hard. Life will never be easy. It will always be hard, but we can choose our hard. Pick wisely. So it's one of those things where you got to look for the bright side in stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Just keep going.
Yep. Keep on moving.
And things could always be worse.
Oh yeah, things
like you don't know which day to get up. You don't know which day to stay in bed.
Yep.
All we can do is make the best choices we think that we can do at the moment.
Yep.
And just keep on trucking.
Yep.
I'm so sad right now.
Yeah, it is what it is. Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be a lot worse. At least I didn't pay $1,000 for it.
See, yeah. And nobody lost an eye, and
yep.
You did end up with it back.
Yep, I still got it. In all its miserable glory. It's in 3 pieces. Keep on keeping on, exactly. So speaking of that, you want to do some cards or something?
Yeah. Do you guys want to do Ghost Box for a little bit, or you guys want to do cards?
And speaking of that, this week, since I'm not running the commercials, I started working on a new commercial reel. But next week on Paranormal Soup, we have Joyce Isaacson. She's going to be talking about her ongoing adventures with Tommy and her new book. And then next week on Weird Wednesday, we're going to have Debbie Anderson as a guest. And talking to her, she was saying Spirit had told her all kinds of things to come for the coming year. And she's going to take calls and do readings and stuff. So we'll have the phone lines open and you guys can call in and get a reading from Debbie Anderson.
And if you guys remember her, she's been on Paranormal Soup a few times. Her husband, Chris Lee's been on. They are incredibly awesome people. And I absolutely love Debbie. She always puts a smile on my face, always makes me feel better, always leaves me at least feeling positive.
Yep.
I get kicked again, but it feels good till then.
Yep.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really want to hear what she's got to say. Because she does say she's got a lot.
That's one of her decks, Vibrational Energy, which my lovely co-host provided for me here. So yeah, she'll be doing some card stuff of her own and some readings and stuff. So that'll be a cool show next Wednesday.
That's crazy that you're talking about the reel though, because I was going to talk to you about that actually earlier today, because I was thinking about it, and I thought we don't even run Jason, like we don't have even paranormal soup, and I thought I brought that up like a while ago. I thought,
yeah,
whatever happened to the? So that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Debbie's awesome.
Yeah, and her husband's the one, he does the past life regressions and did Jason's for him. They're both just awesome, awesome people. And I need some Debbie right now. I really, really do. The second I hear her start to talk, I'm just like, oh. I bet Lori would probably want a card from her deck right now. You want a card, Lori? See if he pulls one that matches with what you've been getting. He said, I'm only getting half of my comments for some reason, but I seen it pop up that a lot of your stuff's been coming back with positive changes and new beginnings. Oh, and Debbie, you'd like one? No, I do not.
Yeah, yesterday and today I spent a lot of the day because I'm kind of stuck at the house here. I spent the day yesterday and today I'm building stone crab traps. So I'll be putting some stone crab traps out. And I can't wait to see how that goes.
What do you use in the milk? Do you put a fish or a can of cat? What do you put for bait?
Usually like fish carcasses or fish heads or whatever's left after cleaning fish, or pig's feet. You can use all kinds of stuff. The main thing, like here in Florida, I have a fishing license and all that stuff, but then you have to have a separate thing for blue crabs, separate thing for stone crabs. So I have that all added to my license, and you have to put your number and stuff on your trap and all that.
We don't have to put our numbers out here because I used to do the pier fishing, like the crab, throw them over the side, and but we didn't have to number them, but we did have to have separate licenses.
The hardest thing here is because you leave them in the water, usually for like a week at a time.
Oh, poaching.
Yeah, people steal your damn crab traps. And you can only have 5. Being a recreational. I mean, if you're commercial, you can have way more, but I used to have a commercial license. Don't have it anymore. Stupidly let it go. And
you had a commercial license?
Yeah. I used to commercial fish for a long time.
I didn't know that.
And but yeah, recreational, you can only have 5 traps. So like my buddy got 5 traps, built them all. Did all this work, it was all excited, took him out, put him out in the water, and the first time he went to check him, somebody had stole 3 of them, so he only had 2 left. He was like, fuck this crabbing, man. People are assholes.
Are these square or round?
They're square.
I had a couple of the big round ones and one of the square ones. And we got them saltwater fishing, pier fishing and stuff. We wouldn't leave them out unless like we're camping or something, put it overnight and keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
That reminded me of remember Seinfeld and Kramer and the Lobsters.
Yeah.
I just made me think about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, crabbing is pretty nasty because, you know, you're dealing with, you know, fish heads and stanky ass, you know, fish guts and everything else that you put in there. I mean, that's what the crabs like to eat. But stone crabs, like if you go to a restaurant and order stone crabs here, they're like $30 a pound.
No.
I mean, it's one of the most expensive seafoods out there. It's ridiculous.
Damn.
But it's a pretty nasty job. But actually, you know, crabbing it's kind of cool because you can take, you know, the claws have to be a certain length, and you can take two, but most people only take one. And the crabs, it's like a sustainable thing because if you pull a crab, you know, a claw off the crab the right way, you return it to the water, it lives, it regrows another claw.
Exactly.
So it just keeps regrowing. Whereas, you know, fishing, you catch fish, you kill it and you clean it and you eat it and it's done. But crabs, yeah, you can't keep the crab, you just keep the claw and they regrow new ones.
Yeah, those crab fishing puts a different kind of a smell on your clothes. You know, you throw those clothes off the day and you get immune to it, and the next day you pick up that pile. It was like,
yeah, it's
crab wiped up into my pants. I was just covered in filth all the time. It was fun though.
Yeah,
good times.
Yeah, it's like when the shrimp are running here. You know, I go shrimping and it's nasty, stinky, but man, if you like shrimp, you know, it's like you can go get a ton of them. And
we would go abalone diving out here in the triangle, the red triangle near the green triangle.
Yeah.
Up in yikes! I just forgot the word.
Yeah, Debbie, they are pretty awesome tasting. It's like the lobster of crabs or something. What makes them so expensive? It's a lot of work to get them. I mean, the traps themselves, like I just put cement in all my traps today, and it's got 2 inches of cement in the bottom of each trap. So, you know, commercial crabbers have a trawl thing that pulls the trap up, but
you have to
recreational, recreationally, you got to do it by hand.
You have to do it fast.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work. You basically got to bait the traps up, put them out. Then you got to wait. Usually 5 to 7 days is kind of the soak time on them. And then you got to go pull them all. And then you got to cull them all and measure them, you know, get the right sized ones. And yeah, it's just a lot of work. And like all the commercial guys that get them, when they get all those crab claws, they bring them home or bring them to wherever, you know, their facility or wherever they're doing it at, and they actually cook them and then take them to market. So by the time the market gets them, you know, they're already expensive, and then the market adds their price on them and the restaurants get them, and yeah, they end up being rather expensive in a restaurant, but they are rather tasty.
My uncle's got his commercial license. He's on the San Francisco Board of Fishermen, and he has a salmon boat now. He sold his crab boat, but he used to do all the crab fishing, and he's docked. He still has a boat in Half Moon Bay.
Yeah.
But he had all the pot, you know, those big old pots. And my cousin would go out for a long time. And we always, like Thanksgiving, peel off turkey, like we have a huge thing of crab.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a limit on if you're recreational crabber, you can have, I don't know, it's like a gallon bucket of claws or something like that, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's actually a pretty good pretty good mess of claws. And it's usually hard to get that many, you know. South Florida, down in the Keys, stone crabs are a lot bigger and a lot more plentiful. Up here in North Florida, they're not so plentiful. But we got a ton of blue crabs.
Yeah, we got blue crabs. We have our rock crabs. Oh.
Yeah, Debbie. Once I get it going, I just got a really kick-ass, kind of like a food saver, a vacuum bagger. Just got one of those.
I was wanting one of those.
So I'll get you some of that fish one of these days.
Yes, there are limits on crabs and fish.
Yep. Yeah, that was one of the reasons when I did have my commercial license. They, you know, every year they have new rules and regulations, but it got, I mean, I used to sell fish to several restaurants and stuff, and the regulations were just getting so like tight knit that it was just like, it was hard to, you know, I mean, I loved fishing, but I was doing it kind of as a job. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, there was like a big, and I can't remember what happened out here, but it was kind of the same thing. And they ended up like our crab season. I think what it is once there's a certain like poundage of crabs, like however many boats go out, I think like once a certain amount of pound, they have to report like what they got.
Yeah.
And then as a whole, once they've reached that, then, you know, the season's over. I think that's how they kind of, I can't remember. But they had to cut back, I think, or cut, you know, what that what weight was, and it made it just so much harder. And people are getting, you know, a lot more competitive, and there was a lot more, you know, shady things going on out here, and that had a lot, I think, to do with why he had, you know, just let that go.
Yeah.
I got a salmon boat.
I got a friend that does it over in the Gulf Coast, and I mean it's pretty much him and his son, and you know, it's a small operation, but they have, I don't know, 300 or 400 traps that they run, which is a lot of traps for two people.
Yeah, it is.
And but yeah, he's been doing it, I don't know, it's like 30 something years.
And that's dangerous. That's dangerous when you're out there doing like, that's, you know, you got to watch all the ropes, and so many people go overboard.
Yeah.
Stuck to the traps, like, and they throw them out.
When they're like up north where they do all the snow crab and stuff, those guys are crazy. That's like some crazy work right there.
Like the Bering Sea.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch that. What, Deadliest Catch or whatever it was called.
Yeah. Yeah. See, those guys are always going over the side.
Yep.
That's scary. And they go down so fast that if their leg doesn't get severed, you know, the pressure and everything, a lot of times they can't get them back out fast enough. And that's why crab is so, you know, another reason why crab's so expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I love snow crab legs, but I rarely get them here because they're so damn expensive.
Sure.
But yeah, there's limits on pretty much just about every fish and crab and sea creature there is here in Florida. And each year they get a little tighter and a little tighter. There's even a limit on bluefish here now.
Really?
Which a lot of people, you know, everybody up north loves bluefish, and they get really big up there. But here people are like, you can't eat those. But
yeah, that's a crayfish.
Yeah.
That's a garbage fish.
Yeah, king crabs. Those are awesome. Those are the ones I like. Snow crabs are a lot skinnier.
Yeah, they have
King crabs
snow
got
crabs at a
big.
buffet here.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. You know, even crabbing here, I mean, it's a lot of work, you know. Even like blue crab, and it's a lot of work for sure. And there's guys here that do it every day. That's all they do is run crab boats. And that's what they've done. I think that's what their grandfathers did. That's what their fathers did. And now the sons are running the business. You know, for some reason, just like on the TV show, it's like it runs in the family. They're just all, you know. Oh, we got a new greenhorn on the boat.
A bluebill, yeah, a greenhorn. So I think Debbie and Lori wanted a card.
All right. We got Debbie's deck. We'll do Debbie first since it's Debbie's deck. It is. It's the end of days card. Oh dear.
I'm glad
Did
you
I
didn't pull
pull
out
this
one
one
for
for you
Lori,
before?
because that would have like completely been reversed what I guessed.
It's weird. I opened up the page, the book right to the page too. The Bible talks of an apocalypse, the day of judgment, an end of days. It describes this as destruction of mankind. Wherever the true meaning is much greater and far more conceptual. The vibration of something ending means it opens the universal energies to accepting something new. Accept where you have reached on this journey. So yeah, it's the old adage of one door closes, another door opens. Take advantage of it.
And Sherry would like one.
Yeah, it sounded like a bad card, but it's actually a good card.
Yeah, so that would have been.
But then again,
It depends which door. Do you want door 1, 2, or 3? Give me what's behind door number 2.
if you read the book of Revelations. Whoa, flyout card. Who am I doing this one for?
Lori.
Lori.
She likes the pop-out cards.
Gets the medicine wheel card.
And Azriana would like one.
All right, Lori. Medicine Wheel says, you are a healer. Your healing vibration is giving to others, Mother Earth and yourself. Your divine vibration sees only health and wellness surrounding everything. You've been chosen to walk this honorable route out of duty, to do what is right in the universe without concern for your own well-being, because you know it's the right path for you.
I've got William also.
Yeah, exactly, Mike. Another pop-out card.
And that was for Azriana, which I think she asked for a flyout too. So
This one's for Azriana. Azariana. All right. Time lapses. These cards freak out my camera. Time lapses says, when asleep, you can travel to different dimensional vibrations. Don't be afraid of what is already part of your transitional change. Time is only man-made, so enjoy the liberty and freedom of timelessness and absorb what is being given to you. Be open to learning new things about yourself and the universe.
And then we've got William and then Marie. I just feel it with you tonight, Rob. That's
William, Marie, and Sherry.
yep.
All right, William. This is the cellular collapse card. It says about this card, you have been at war with your body for too long. The hostility has been too much. Now is the time for every cell to heal and be well again on all levels. I could use this card. Accept the changes in your vibration and let go of what is making you sick in your life. You are worthy and wanting this transformation to happen. So accept it and invite it in now.
And we've got Sherry.
This deck is like the pop-out master deck tonight.
Well, she's known for that too. Like, you know, she always has those pop. I think that's just like
This
interesting.
is the Arid Wastelands card. It's like a dry lake with a sprout coming out of the dry desert lake. Wow, turned right to it. Awesome. Are you a desert, a wasteland, and need to create balance? Generate your own oasis where you can go and heal yourself. This can be an actual place or somewhere that you feel is peaceful. Allow other vibrations to help heal you. It's your choice to be at this place. Only you can change the vibration and be free. And definitely, meditation, whatever you want to call it, vibration, meditation, whatever, some focusing time does the body good, does the mind good.
Yeah, that's for sure. Wait, did we do William?
Yep.
Then we've got Marie.
Like, seriously? Like every shuffle, one's popping out. Hey, it makes it easy for me.
Yeah. I felt it tonight. I just feel like you've got the
I think every single card so far has been
juju.
a pop out. Got the blessings card.
Ooh.
It's like two hands with energy. Almost looks like water below and clouds above and like energy going back and forth.
I love the artwork on her cards.
Yeah. The blessings card. The beauty of receiving and giving blessings is heaven sent. The light essence vibration of unconditional love and healing in the mind and body on a cellular level is liberating and energizing. Languish in the universal forces of all that has happened in the past is history. Be ready and open to receive as well as giving blessings from all around you. So going back to what we were talking about earlier with karma and good energy and all that. Hey.
And I don't know if I'm missing comments. If anybody asked for one and didn't see it, throw a thumbs up in the comments because I'm not getting all the comments.
And there's another
Did you
one.
see Debbie's comment? Nice. I'm up to see what she posted.
Ah, cool. Weird how the cards work, you know? Sometimes I think they're just cards. They're just cardboard with print on them. But there's a whole lot more to them than that. And to just randomly pull a card that like lines up with something that's happening is pretty cool.
Or like when you're sitting there talking, like, you know, shuffling while you're talking, and literally like you go through your thing and then you pull a card and it like says basically the stuff that you just spit out before you pulled the card.
Yeah.
Is like every time, you know, it happens so much, but it's like every time you still sit there and you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no.
Is this real life? What just
Come on.
Yeah, Ariana, this is vibrational energy. And it normally doesn't have a hole through the middle of the box like that. Where you can see me. But yeah, it's Debbie Anderson's one of her decks, vibrational energy oracle cards. And like I said earlier, she'll be the guest next week on the show. So she'll be using these and others, and we'll have the phone lines open where you can call in and get a reading right from Debbie.
I think I might even, I don't know. I'm always like weird about having them like read for me. I don't know why, because it just trips me out even more.
Yeah.
But I might even ask if we've got time.
Yeah, me too. She's done some readings for me before that were pretty spot on.
She's incredibly connected and tuned in. I'm looking. I'm trying to find her. Here we go. Throw her card links in here. I really should check out her site. She's got like daily motivational uplifting messages all the time, you know, and she's got her app too that every time she mentions it I forget about it. I always want to go and check it out, but I believe she even has an app that's free that is like a daily
Yeah. And I'm pulling her link up right here.
I found her a card post that I'm trying to save the link. What, you sent it to yourself?
Yeah, I just posted it up in here. That's the link to her website. Yeah, if you go on her website, she's got a lot of cool stuff on there, and like Jamie says, she has an app that's really cool, and she does daily cards and stuff. And she also does lives too. So check out her live show. I was on one of them where she did a reading for me. Actually, it wasn't her. It was another girl that did the reading. There was her and two other girls on there. And it was, again, it's pretty spot on.
And Mondays she puts out on YouTube her weekly forecasts. And oh my God, see, I get goosebumps just thinking about it because they're like always so spot on that I always have to check my Monday forecasts.
Yeah.
No, but we're actually going to be doing some ghost boxing on Sunday on Paranormal Soup for Joyce. Sherry was asking.
I'm going to pull a card for myself. And again, another pop out just like flew out of the deck and landed on my desk.
Which one is it?
It is the reprogram card.
No.
Let's see what it says for me. It's going to be like one of those. Don't sweat the little shit. Get your shit together. Old patterns, old ways. These traits no longer serve you, and you know it. Now's the time to tear up the blueprint and reconfigure it to what you now need in your life. The vibration of change is refreshing and should be embraced. Accept the exciting new programs you will write for yourself. Pull out a piece of paper and renew and rewrite your contract with yourself. Could be a good idea.
Okay, you can pull them for me too.
All right.
But there's one about change.
Yep.
So we got both the change and the what was the first one?
You got the driving forces card.
Oh. Oh yeah, I didn't see it because I was saying goodnight to Zach. Ooh.
Driving forces. We all need goals. The objective is that somewhere inside, the vibration moves us in the right direction to do what needs to be done when it's required. It's all about timing. So be very aware and conscious that if you push a force too hard, it will evaporate right before your eyes. Be perceptive and sense when it's the right time to set things in motion, and then be ready to move.
Like I said about the battleship, right? And then so what I'm doing, I'm sitting there, I'm observing, and I'm going to go with the flow.
Yep.
I was talking to my counselor on a Tuesday too. So it's pretty spot on. It's one situation. What's TC? ITC? Oh, Evelyn would like a card. Hello, Evelyn.
This deck has a weird way of doing things. Fairy ring.
I love it. Debbie said she sent you the thing that she posted half hour ago before she before you did her reading.
Fairy ring says the vibration emitted from the fairy ring is like a soft caress or kiss on the cheek. It is of fun and freedom and a childlike essence of magic. It is the folklore and the mystic tales behind the truth that you know. Be as a child, go barefoot, and play freely and magically without restrictions or boundaries. For now is your time to be unconventional and eccentric while others look on. Again, to me, that kind of translates to some me time.
Mm-hmm. And there's a whole thing around getting back to your inner child, your child.
Oh, yeah.
I had seen the most awesome picture of a fairy ring the other day with these mushrooms. They're pink and they're almost see-through, just iridescent, beautiful. Like, that'd be incredible. I get fascinated by all those different fairy rings.
How's it going, Briar?
Better late than never. We've got a few minutes left. Would you like a card?
Every card I've picked has just popped out of the deck. There's one laying here if somebody wants it.
Cards on the table. Yep.
You want it, Wolfie?
I think Brewer does.
All right, we'll do
And
two.
then pull one for Wolfie, because I think that one was meant for her. I feel like she came in at a certain time for a reason, and then that one popped out.
Whoa, popped out of my hand that time. Creative explosion. I need to hook my other camera up so I can like zoom in on these and show them full screen.
You talked about that a long time ago, huh?
Yeah, I know. I'm a slackard.
You just have 100,000 things to do constantly.
Creative explosion. It's time to release and set free your creative vibration. Whatever you choose to experience is appropriate and well-timed. It's part of the quest you are encountering and engaging with at this moment in your life. Open this up and watch as your world explodes in front of your eyes, bringing forth an amazing transformation.
You should, Lori, for real.
Yep. Yeah.
She actually has 3 different ones that you can use together almost like a tarot.
Yep. All right, Wolfie.
I think she actually has like 4 decks. One of them is a child one that I haven't looked at. I'm not sure how it integrates.
This deck is jumping all over the place.
It's just the magic in them cards. You know, I thought she had more also, but when I was looking at them the other day again, I had seen the 4, and I had actually thought 4 worked with each other, because back when I was gonna when she had buy a deal, get one and then get one free, I wanted to get her whole thing, and then something happened. I never did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is really cool artwork on this card. I think this is one of my favorites.
Which is that one?
Moonbeam filled waterfalls. It's like a moon waterfall, and there's a face like reflection on the water.
Yeah.
It's a really cool artwork on this card. And it says, the sight of moonbeams shining on a waterfall is spectacular. It captures the vibration of both light and sound in perfect harmony in the earth's rhythm. Yet we can get melancholy and feel disheartened in an emotional wave of dark sadness. Let this wave flow over you like water, washing away the emotions and releasing your soul to the beauty and purity of life and the synchronicity. And me being here in Florida, waterfalls are kind of a rarity.
Yeah.
Because it's all flat.
We've got some real pretty ones up in Gold Country.
What's up, Wendy? How's it going? We're just about to cut out of here. But yeah, again, next week, Paranormal Soup, we'll have Joyce Isaacson on as Jason's guest, and we'll probably be doing some ghost boxing and seeing if we can contact Tommy. And then again, next Wednesday, Debbie Anderson will be hanging out with Jamie and myself right here. Same bat channel, same bat time, same bat whatever. Yeah, I don't know how many decks she has. Every time I say something like that, you ever see that old, I think it was like, I don't know if it was, it wasn't, I think it was, wasn't Saturday Night Live. It was one of those comedy shows with Tim the Tool Man when he used to do the comedy show with all the other comedians.
Oh, the blue, was that the blue comedy or the redneck?
Something like that, yeah.
Something with like Larry the Plumber and all that. Do you do that with them or no?
Maybe so, yeah. Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy and
Yeah.
the Plumber or whatever.
Where they did the deck skit. Man, that's a nice deck you got there. Yeah, it's a big deck, ain't it? They just go on about the deck. It still cracks me up to this day. But hey, you know, that's me. Dick and fart jokes are always funny. So all right, we're out of here. So we will catch y'all next week. And everybody have a good night. Good week ahead. Stay safe. It's a weird world we live in. Who knows what'll happen? Sun's going to come up and it's going to set again, though. So that's all that matters. Y'all have a good one. Good night.